Man, I haven't gone live in so long that YouTube gone and changed the whole entire way that it's done. That's crazy. I actually do like the setup better though. I ain't even gonna lie. Wait, what is this? All right, that's just crazy. Got all these kind of options now. That's pretty cool. YouTube is improving. That's right. Probably got a gang of complaints. That's why. I didn't even know I could go live on this channel. I just clicked on it just to see out of curiosity, but apparently I could go live. That's pretty cool. And I like the setup too. That's just crazy. Or the options I get now or whatever. So what's good in the world of YouTube? Trying to block that damn sun, man. There we go. Because we at work. Like a dog. That's crazy. What's good, my boy? What's cracking lacking? Yeah, I decided to give this a test run. I didn't even know I could go live on this channel, bro. That's right. Shout out to North Carolina. North Carolina. What was that song by? I forget it was a rapper. Something about take your shirt off and spin it like a helicopter. That's some old school shit. How's it over there in North Carolina? But what's good on the internet? On this YouTube. Oh, I know, yeah. I know that there's homies out there because I get like vatos that send me, emails and stuff like that telling me about their areas, I know that there's a barrio up there called TLC. I think that's what it was called. No, I know that there's a lot of raza. Right, you can find the raza everywhere, bro. You know us, homie. Like, bro, we just spread. We're like cancer. What up, tapping in to show some support? That's right, Drunken Chef up in the building. What's good with you, my boy? Shout out to Drunken Chef. Go subscribe to his channel. All of a sudden, I'm in the mood for some food now. Randomly. What's good with you, Chicano Malo? Yeah, just testing this out, bro. I didn't even know I could go live on this channel, bro. I was just messing with the settings or whatever, and I was just like, oh shit, what the hell? And I actually like this setup way, way better than... That's how long I haven't gone live. This way of doing lives is way better than the old school way. Because the old school way was like... I don't know, they just made it so complex. This right here, this is understandable. This right here is like, about time they fucking made it simple. Everyone always think we only in the Southwest. Nah, we everywhere, my boy. We even have them in Canada, my boy. In Canada. Can you believe there's raza in Canada? I'm making that up. There's gangs in Canada, homie. Like Hispanic gangs in Canada. When the homie was first telling me, I was like, yeah, it's vato. Then when he started sending me pictures and everything, I'm like, what the hell? There's homies in Canada. Would you look at that? That's cool and also very disappointing at the same time. Like, oh, we're gonna go fuck Canada up now. According to the white man. Give it a shadow. What's good with you, my boy? I'm good, just chilling at the house. Too hot to cook. Oh, I know, man. Well, today is not that hot, but man, we've been, well, I know what we consider hot. I know to you guys is like nothing, but over here we've been in the 90s, some places in the hundreds, like 97, 98. That to me right there, my boy, that's like, I can't handle that, bro. Can't handle that. So I know that there's some places that get like 120. I don't even know how people could live in weather like that, bro. I'd rather just die. Are you raza? Well, I'm myself. I'm me. Yeah, I guess whatever you consider raza is. People have different versions of what they consider raza is. But yeah, I'm raza, Mexican. MOD Norby's reminds me of Silence Boy. Who's Silence Boy? Oh, is he that guy that would go and harass people with the camera? No. We at 102 right now. Oh hell no. My boy, I'm dying, and we're like at like 88 right now. What's good with you, Derek? What's cracking like it, my boy? But we did hit the 120s last week. Oh hell no, my boy. Yeah, him. I tripped out on a few of his videos before when people were telling me to go scope out his videos, and to be honest with you, at first I didn't even know what I was watching. I'm like, man, what? Like, I don't get it. Like, what's the theme of this channel? Like, I guess just harassing people. Like, I don't really. And then I wasn't. It didn't really catch my attention that much. Where I decided to go and see what his mission was or whatever. So I was just like, ah. It just seemed random. $73 in San Diego. Oh man, you guys have it lovely right now, bro. It's been hot over here, bro. It's been that kind of weather where like the hyena's trying to hug you in the night, and it's like, get away from me! What the hell's wrong with you? Ain't no time to be cuddling right now. You know, when you get up and your cobija sticks to you. Shh. Sounds like when you take out the cheese. Shh. You leave your sweat mark right there. Yeah, la jaina a la casa. Who was laying right here? Like nobody, and fucking a sweat shadow right there. Like, quemado. Damn. Like, I can't even deny it. 90s in the head. Oh no, humidity makes it worse. I can't stand humidity, bro. You sound Salvadorian. Really? Oh, well, I guess. I'm Mexican, though, but if I sound Salvadorian, then I guess. I'm not one of those that is going to feel insulted because you think that I'm Salvadorian. So I know what you're trying to do. I am aware of the games. And Oxnard next week, the hottest day. Oh, 77. Damn, man, that's lovely weather right there, bro. Is it emotional? It's because he knows that that drama, you know, that people like drama, bro. You know what I mean? So, you know, he's gonna stick to that, you know. I mean, drama comes with a lot of problems, but I guess to some people, hey, you know, views and success means that much to them, I guess. Pretty sad. Oh, hey, Jesus, what's good, my boy? Yeah, I was just looking at the settings, and I didn't even know I was able to go live, and I just was like, oh, fuck it, you know, like, let me see what's cracking. Let's see, another day started raining as it was true. Raining? Damn, serio? We haven't had no rain. I mean, yesterday was gloomy, but there was no rain, you know. I heard this vato lives out of state. I heard this vato lives out of state. Who? I live out of state? Oh, then I guess I live out of state. I can live wherever you want me to live at, my boy. I live on Mars. You're going to do any more videos on Chicano rap? Yeah, my boy, what it is that I'm suspended from my other channel right now, bro, because, you know, the truth hurts. You know, I don't know, YouTube be coming with some, I don't know, bro. You know, I guess some channels, because, you know, talk about other people, you know, and there's no problem, but as soon as you mention something, like there's an issue. I don't know. It is what it is, bro. Clean white tee. Sure. I'm right here at work, my boy. East Los Angeles. If you close by, my boy, I'll take it for sure. Oh, no, but I can't wear white at work, my boy. It's not part of the uniform. Yeah, some people do just like chaos, bro. They just like stirring up shit. You hear about the aliens that attacked little girl up this village? Is that the one where they got out, where these aliens supposedly got out of the ship and then they pointed like some kind of like gun towards these group of kids and one of the kids disappeared or some shit like that? Is that the one you're talking about? Because I seen some reports on shit like that, and that's just crazy, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say how can I say? I'm not gonna say that it's like a lie or whatever, because I really don't know that much about the subject, But from what I've been gathering, seems like there's some, maybe not to that extent, but there's something there. You know what I mean? There's something there. I mean, it's not so far fetched to believe that that there's life out there. You know what I mean? I think it's crazy. I think it's crazier that people make fun of somebody for believing in aliens when they believe in ghosts. Like, that there's more of a chance that aliens exist than ghosts, bro. And I mean by a large margin, so how could you make fun of these people for believing in aliens when you believe in ghosts, which is, like the chances of that is, very slim. So some of these reports have been coming out, and not just by our military staff, right, but by military staff across the world, from China, Russia, Iran, and all these other places, right? And not only that, we're talking about classified information here. We're talking about like these governments were keeping this information to themselves, especially not sharing it to their quote unquote enemies, right? Because these countries didn't get along, especially back then, right? So they kept it classified. And the fact that these soldiers were reporting the exact same thing without this information being put out there and without even knowing about these guys' stories, for the information to be exactly the same is crazy, bro. It's crazy. Like what they described is the same thing that these people across the world are describing. Roughly around the same time frame, dot for dot, the exact same shit. And like I said, it's not like these reports were out there where people are just, making up these stories. Like, yeah, they're making up the stories. Yeah, what they're making up is the exact same shit. They don't even speak, the same language, across the world. Yet they describe the same shit, bro. That is crazy. That is real crazy shit. If people want to talk about crazy, that's crazy. Like crazy, like damn, like what a trip, Yeah, that right there, that caught my interest, pretty good. Not to say that like we have some aliens caged up and we're using them for their technology. I don't know about all that, I don't know about all that, but but the part of like there maybe like people maybe seeing something. Yeah, I could buy that for sure. That's just crazy. I always work Saturdays, so to me it's like, you know what I mean? I only get one day off, bro. I only get Tuesday. Tuesday is my only day off. Every other day I live here, my boy. I live here. I'm here from when the sun goes up to when there is no sun. Hey, pero I wanted to be in the streets running around like an idiot when I was smaller, right? I gotta slave my ass to get by. I'm near the Twin Towers. Stop by. Oh, damn, you're actually close by. Yeah, because, I'm like literally like up, like downtown, maybe like 10 minutes away. Maybe less than 10 minutes away. Because I'm right here in Boyle Heights. You know where the Farmer John factory is at? The Farmer John factory, around there. Like around there. Is it Farmer John or Foster Farms? No, it's Foster. No, it is Farmer John's. Yeah, it is Farmer John's. I think. Gotta hold me that works right there. That's why. There was a videotape from the 90s called Abduction, a Family. Oh, really? You know what? Here's the thing, though. I always believed in alien sightings, right? Like, you know, maybe people seeing stuff and footage and stuff like that. I always bought into that. I never bought into the, like, abducting thing, right? Especially more when they start interviewing these people and just hearing them. You know, like, there's always just, like, like the ones that came out recently, right, in the news, right? I don't know where this was at. I don't know if it was Vegas or something, but a cop caught it on his body cam, right? Something falling from the sky, whatever. Then this family saying that supposedly some aliens had landed in their backyard or whatever, right? And the crazier part about it is like how calm they were telling the story. Like they're so calm, like if it's nothing, like, oh yeah, like if they see aliens all the time, you know, they're so calm and like, oh yeah, the aliens landed and yeah, they were right there and we were tripping out and then yeah, and it's like, okay, how did they leave? Or did you guys have a conversation? Like what exactly happened? What was the interaction like? But to them, it was just like, yeah, and that's it. Oh, and that's it. Oh, okay. Or, I mean, it's not like you just seen, you know, some fucking aliens from a different planet, you know. But you know, I guess, you know, that's it. And then people wonder why. And then people are like, well, you don't know if they're lying. Like, yeah, because people that meet aliens are just so calm and collective like that, right? And just happen to leave out half of the story when they're telling it, right? Like, especially the part with it, how they left, right? Like, that just gets left out completely. And the more irritating part about it is that no one asks these questions, like, how did they leave? What was the conversation? People are just buying into it, like, yeah, can you believe that? Like, yeah, okay. Because people are just so calm like that, right? and when you something like that, you're gonna put it all out there, bro. You're not gonna leave out, you know, the juicy parts of the story, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying, you know, people, you know, just do shit for attention or because they want to sell their story, you know, for, you know, because like, okay, I'll give you guys the exclusive, but you guys, how much you guys gonna give me? You know what I mean? Like, there's always a money. That's why I hate money. People always do the fucking most stupidest shit for it. You give me a Portland, Oregon vibes? Thank you. What's wrong with living in Portland, Oregon? Like, is ugly over there or what? It's not good enough. I mean, I live here in California, but if I wouldn't mind living in Portland, Oregon. I don't know why people would be ashamed to live in Portland, Oregon, bro. Like, what's so wrong with that, bro? I don't understand why people have to lie where they live in general, bro. Like, just say where you live, bro. No, well, I'm not saying exactly where you live, but I'm saying just, you know, just if you don't live in a certain state, why the hell will you say you live in a certain state? I don't understand. I literally don't understand the purpose of that at all. You know, because, you know, somebody on here could come on here and just say that I used to live in this state and talk about your tales. But why would you still claim or portray to live in? I really don't. I don't know. I guess some stuff is just like, I just can't understand it, I guess. Not to clown on anybody. I'm just like, I literally just try to wrap my mind like around, you know, why, you know, certain things are done. You know, like, wait, well, why would somebody tell that story, that lie? I don't understand. But then again, that's the difference, you know, why people have a hard time understanding compulsive liars. That's what separates the two. Bulldog face, yeah, it was a trippy videos. Says that it's fake, but who knows? Yeah, who knows? Because you know what? A lot of these like claims to some of these stories, we're talking about a lot of people, bro. We're talking about a lot of people in like different areas. So to say that they're all lying is kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if they're all lying, you know? You know, and the more trippier part about it is that there's this one guy who, I don't know if he's a astrologist or some shit like that, right? But he said he was looking through shit through his telescope, right? And he said that supposedly, you know, these claims that people were saying that he's seen and that it was just some airplanes or whatever, right? That So he said that there was some airplanes. So people debunked it. Like, all right, it was just some airplanes, guys. Like, why? Because that guy said so? Like, you have like 300 people saying that they seen this thing, and you have one person saying that the opposite. Why are you going to believe that one person instead of these like 300 people over here? Why? Because you don't believe in, extraterrestrials? Because you don't believe in UFOs? That's why it's so easy for you to dismiss the thing and side with this one individual, right? Because it benefits with your views. And you want to label that as facts, or, oh, there, we solved the problem. Like, why? Because that guy said? There's a chance that one individual's lying than 300, bro. But yet, people side with that individual because it aligns with their views, right? Like, ain't no fucking idiot. And I got proof. What's your proof? I got this one individual right here. Like, what the fuck is that proof? I could bring my fucking abuelo too. Is that proof? It's crazy though. It's crazy that people can't see their bias. What are your thoughts on the Latin Kings Chicago gang active in Chicago and New York? Man, they deep, they big, they're ruthless. I have a cousin, right, who lives in Chicago, and he's from a gang up there in Chicago. And he's from the Latin Maniac Disciples, right? And yeah, man, like he be telling me about some stories about out there, and man, it should be crazy, bro. I have, some, Latin Kings have reached out to me, and I have had conversations, right? And they shot me some pictures, and man, these fools are deep as hell, bro. Deep. And they beef it with a lot of gangs. As many Hispanic gangs that there is over here, there's just as many over there, man. It's crazy. And they're just as large, too. Well, I'll be covering those areas. I have done some videos on those areas already, with the information that I've gotten from the individuals who have reached out to me. I have some more, right, story, but not enough for a video. I'm just, waiting to see if, more individuals reach out to me, because how I'm not from those areas and I have no, connections with those individuals. It's hard for me to, tap in, and, get a hold of some of these individuals compared to out here where it's just like, you just network. The Pentagon has recently had hired declassified information for our military. Yes, they actually, as a matter of fact, we have invested a lot of money into a program. Look, let me tell you something about the government, bro. The government is greedy as hell, right? The government, when it comes to their money, the government does not mess around, bro. You know what I mean? When it comes to money, right? So as of recently, we have been funding this one program, and we're talking about a lot of money, bro. A lot of money here, right? To investigate these, UFO phenomenon and sightings and stuff like that. Now, with the government investing all this money into this program, there has to be some kind of evidence there, right? Like there has to be something there enough that convinced them to put all this money into this program. If not, these fools, man, they don't even give us healthcare, bro. You're gonna fucking force them to invest a gang of money into some shit that's a fairy tale, a wild goose chase. Nah, these fools are not gonna invest that type of money on a wild goose chase, bro. The shit that they were seeing and the proof that they had was enough proof for these fools to be like, all right, here's some money, go see what you find, bro. They're not gonna put in all this money on some shit that to them was like, oh yeah, this is some shit that some guy in the basement cooked up. Nah, bro, they put in all that money, bro, because to them there was enough there, for them to feel safe in investing all this money in, bro. Because government, even though the government's stupid, they're not stupid, when it comes to their money, especially when we're talking about money here, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that, okay, maybe some crazy guy here and there, because they just want to be a part of the crowd, right? But when we're talking about a lot of people, and we're not just talking about like, how could I say, these crazy ass people in the streets and stuff like that. We're talking about like military, police officers. We're talking about some credible sources here. We're not talking about some weird guy that lives in his basement. Nah, we're talking about some people who actually have some who are putting their, how could I say, their credibility on the line, right? You know, like, why would they risk their reputation and all that just for some fucking, you know? I can understand these individuals because, yeah, well, they don't even have no reputation. But these individuals, and we're talking about, like, you know, like high, you know, ranking military officials here. And like I said, I get it for money, right? You know, because they could sell their tail, but all these individuals in different countries, you know, roughly around the same time and describing the very exact same thing, like that's the wild part, right? When these governments started sharing this information, right? When these governments started sharing their information and seeing how it aligned together, that was the part that tripped people out, where they were like, okay, all right, then, you know, maybe we thought it was you guys building some type of shit, and, you know, these was not the same. So now these governments are now, you know, investigating this shit because, you know, to them, they feel like, you know, there's something there. You know what I mean? You know, we're talking about, you know, these countries that didn't get along. We're talking about Russia, China, and shit like that. You think they're going to want to help the United States, bro? Hell no. You know, but they're sharing data now. And, you know, now that you have these scientists, you know, investigating, for these countries to partner up in a program like this, bro, you know, when they don't even like each other, then, you know, because obviously, you know, I dislike you individuals, but if we're talking about something from a different planet here, then maybe we should, you know, put our differences aside and see what's cracking right here. Because even though I don't like you, you know, at least you're still human. That's the crazy part. Some guy named said that they're an underground base. He claims. Nah, you know why I don't believe in the gray aliens and stuff like that? Like, I think it would be more ironic, if anything, if we do capture aliens and they happen to look like the ones that are in movies, you know, because those were created out of people's imaginations, right? Like, people just, you know, drew and created what they thought aliens would look like, or what they thought their ships would look like and stuff like that. Because if you see all these videos, right, that have came out, right, of aliens and stuff like that, all the, you know, videos that people could at least say that, you know, they could be real, don't look like, you know, these silver saucers like people say. They look like light dots, or like tic-tac shaped, or you know, just these bright objects, but they don't look like the ones in the movies, right? So that, you know, to me, it's like, okay, this is more realistic, because why the fuck would the alien look like the alien that came out in the fucking movies? You know what I mean? That's retarded. Another thing is when people say, like, oh yeah, they're coming and they're trying to eat us. They think that aliens are these mindless creatures, right? Like the movie Alien or whatever. And it's like, bro, if they're driving these spaceships, you know, a large, you know, far distance to get to our planet, they're intelligent. They're so intelligent that we can't even be able to fathom the kind of knowledge that they have, right? In order to travel, you know, from their planet to our planet, it's already in itself, right? So the potential of you could harm one of these guys, or even be able to, you know, be on their level, is ridiculous. We're not even close, right? We're not even close to understanding their type of intelligence, right? So they have to be that smart, right? Not only that, they also have to be, you know, smart enough and leveled enough in order to pilot a ship over here, right? So they just can't be these mindless creatures, because they still have to be able to, you know, maneuver a ship over here, right? And strategize and stuff like that. So showing some intelligence, you know, to them, right? So they're just not these monsters that are looking to eat, you know what I mean? Because like, how's a fucking monster gonna be able to pilot a ship and shit like that? You know? And I'm pretty sure they have food where they come from and shit like that, right? And like I said, we're so beneath them. Is like, what would be the reason of them, you know, looking to, you know, how could I say, you know, like, try to steal from us, or gather our knowledge? Like, what knowledge can we provide with these individuals, bro? They could come to our planet, bro. It's like giving somebody a beeper right now, bro. What a pager gonna do, bro? When you have all these iPhones, bro, it's like, there's no need for me to go to a pager, bro. Why would I want to investigate a pager and look into a pager and shit like that, or kidnap a pager? when I got an iPhone, bro. There is nothing that we could potentially give these individuals. They're way superior in technology, in intelligence, um, and somehow being able to travel the distance and stuff like that. So somehow they're able to do it with the or I don't know how they do it with water and food and shit like that. Because of the distance and stuff like that, right? Because that's one of the things that we find wrong about exploring other planets, right? Like getting these astronauts to these planets, but we're making sure that the food and water doesn't run out, right? Because the distance, right? And we're just not able. We just don't have the answers to all these questions right now. You know what I mean? Or we don't have the technology in order to do all of that. So these individuals, like I said, bro, they would be far above us, bro. It's like you walking, you don't notice a worm. Why would you notice the worm? How could the worm possibly wow you? You know what I mean? Since you're so, superior to the worm, it doesn't. So you just walk by it. It doesn't catch your attention. That's how they see us. They just like, sad but true. People think like, oh, we could just nail them with this, isn't that like, bro? Our technology couldn't even be able to. People don't understand the type of knowledge we're talking about. In order for somebody to travel from another planet over here, we're talking about technology that's like, we're not even close to coming up with that kind of technology yet, bro. Right? Because they have to come from planets outside of from our solar system, right? Because from what we know of the planets, here, well, at least from what we know, that they can't harbor no life, right? So they would have to come outside of here, right? So that right there is like, do you bump, boy, West Coast? Who's that, boy, West Coast? First started making that sauce, started testing. They probably could see like, they're advancing. They don't want people to know that they can't go back to their hood. Oh yeah, that's true. I even forgot about that. Nah, but these people claim that they don't care about none of that no more. They claim that they don't care about none of that. Yeah, I know clearly they do, but I'm saying like, that's what they say. It's like, for people who truly say that they don't want to be gangster or try to, trick people to think that they're gangster, like, your actions say the complete opposite, bro. Like, you want people to think you're a gangster, bro. They try to downplay everything, like their situation, right? They try to minimize the how bad their situation really actually is, right? Like I said, I would respect the individual a million times more if he's just straight up from the gates, off the bat, like, oh, so I'm someone who defected and I snitched and everything. Like, all right, well, at least this individual's honest. At least I can't call him a liar or say this and that. You know what I mean? I will forever respect honesty, bro, because there is absolutely no reason why to lie, bro. Because then you have to worry about the truth coming out, right? So you're only creating a bond, right, on spare time, bro. Like, it's like literally it's a ticking time bomb, bro. So it's never good to lie. Yeah, I feel you, Jesus. Yeah, you gotta see it or believe it. You know what I mean? Like me, for example, I can't say that this 100% true facts. You know what I mean? But what I think, like, this is just my opinion of what I think, right? But I'm not gonna say that that's 100% facts. That there's aliens. You know what I mean? Because we just don't know. But I think that there's more of a chance, potentially, that there is some, right? But like I said, I'm not gonna state it as facts, right? Because I truly don't know myself. Why did you smut up Cowboy? He isn't a predator. He got railroad. I don't smut nobody. You know, the thing is that you have to know your California laws. If you actually educate yourself on your laws, you would know what it takes in order to be registered as a sex offender. Not just any type of sex offender, but we're talking about a high risk sex offender, right? High risk sex offender. So not just, you know, just a sex offender, high risk, right? You have to look at all of that and actually understand and know how California laws work, right? Not only that, but the fact that even Nipsey's, you know, ex whatever came out and said the things about, you know, this individual, right? I mean, where there's smoke, there's fire, bro. You know what I mean? Not only that, but his story. Let's say if the paperwork is fake, and let's say that they conspired, you know, to set him up, to put him on there, right? That still doesn't explain the story that he tells about scratching her. So why would you make up that story, bro? Because what we know is that that story's not true, bro. You know what I mean? Now, for what reason is he lying about that story? I have no idea. You know what I mean? But see, people don't know and just buy into it, right? Because of his affiliation with Nipsey, right? So they buy into it. I think it's even more crazy that people take a shot at SPM and Adam 22 when this individual's actually been convicted. Well, I know SPM too, but I'm saying like Adam 22, you know what I mean? He's not in jail for it, even though he is a weirdo and stuff like that too, right? But I'm saying like you're gonna want to be insulting one individual, because people have to ask is like, okay, you say that you dislike, you know, predators and stuff like that. Do you not hang out with someone who's on Megan's log? Yes or no? No explaining stuff. No. Oh, but wait, no. Wait, no. The question is, do you or do you not associate with someone who is a registered sex offender? Yes or no? We are not asking for the details on the background and stuff like that. It's a yes or no. That is how the game runs. That is how the streets run, bro. I know people like to, you know, want to bring all this other stuff. The streets are run is he or is he not, you know, registered as a sex offender? The homies ain't gonna give a fuck about anything else, bro. But like I said, it is, you know, with him in his group, right? Because like I said, I don't know how their program works, but on this side, this is how it's run. Someone threw him under the bus. Yeah, but why would they want to set up Cowboy? Why do they want to set this individual? It's not like this individual's like some kind of person who's making a grand difference. You know what I mean? Like, so these DAs, and because in order for people to throw someone under the bus, you got to be paying a lot of people off. A lot of people have to be involved in this coup, right? If you're looking to set this individual up, right? Judges and lawyers, because if not, these individuals are going to be like, wait, why, what the hell, this is not adding up, like, why is the DA coming at him like this? And then they're going to want to investigate that individual, right? So he's risking his job, bro. He's risking his job, his credibility, and everything. He is risking and putting it on the line to set up Cowboy. Why Cowboy? So this individual's risking not only him, but the other people who are involved, right, in the case, right? Because if not, it's not adding up. These law enforcement officers could just come forward and say that these DA is making this stuff up, right? So you have to have a lot of people on board in your plan to, you know, set this person up, right? So now all of you guys are risking your job, and for what? For this individual? Like, well, who is this individual? El Chapo? I didn't realize this individual's moving that much weight or making that many moves. He's just another regular street thug. If you're going to risk your chips, it's going to be for something big, bro. It's not going to be for just this individual, bro. That's what I'm saying. That, like, I get people, you know, talk about, you know, being set up and stuff like that, right? Because, you know, that's a narrative that's always pushed. But, I mean, people just really have to think about situations, right? And, like, how it wouldn't make any sense, bro. Because it's not so cut and dry like how people want to say, oh, well, he was set up. You know how many people would have to be involved in order for that to be actually happening? You're talking about a lot, bro. But people are biased in their opinions, right? Because they're biased on, hey, I could turn the other way as long as I'm, benefiting off of it. Because that's the reason why they choose to insult some and not others, right? Why they could make excuses for some and not others, right? Because it's benefiting them. And as long as you have, a horse in the race, of course, you're going to be biased. He said, because Kawhi's going to be the next Nipsey. Yeah, I guess. I mean, Nipsey wasn't so popular like that either, but but see, the thing is that I could only go on facts, bro. On this side, if you're busted, my boy, and he shows up and he's on Mega, the homies ain't gonna ask, for the backstories or are you gonna be, sticking up for him and voicing the opinion? Like, no, right? Because it all comes down to, is he or is he not a registered sex offender? That's it. People may not like that. People may, but that's the way it works, my boy. They don't care for the other things, bro. He said it's Photoshop. No, actually, you can look it up. I actually looked it up. No, it's the real deal. Like I said, if people actually, I know people don't, like to educate themselves. They don't want to, do all of that. But if you really, literally just take the time to look into it, right, and educate yourself on the case, you will see what I'm talking about, bro. But I get it. There's some people who don't like to do all of that, right? But see, I'm actually interested in shit like that. That's why, I look into it, right? And like I have always say, you want to be out there breaking the law, at least know your laws. At least know what you can and can't say or do and can't do, bro. If you're going to be out there breaking the law, bro, at least educate yourself, on, this. Because let me tell you, no one is going to be defending you if you get caught. So it's better that you actually know, your cards. I'm not saying you have to be a pro at it, but it doesn't hurt to, on your spare time just to do a little education, But overall, ladies and gentlemen, we out. The lunch is already over. Got to get back to work.